back to my channel. I'm Sunshine and we have a special guest, my fiance. We have a full body class ready for you guys. We're gonna get started. We're gonna step those feet about hip distance apart on the center of our mat. We're gonna start with some squats and reaching over from a little side stretch. Nice big inhale to prepare. As you exhale, we're gonna lower into our squat. Inhale, nice big side stretch as you lift yourself back up. Exhale down into that squat. Inhale, find that side stretch. Perfect. Alright, we're going to be looking from side to side. And then we're going to start to go into a little twist as we come up. Last one here. Lowering down into that squat as you exhale. Inhale, we lift up, little twist at the top. Exhale, lower into that squat. Inhale, little twist. Just going from side to side. Now you can stay here if you want to add. We're going to start to add our knee lifting so we can move in that twist. Exhale, we reset, lower down. Inhale, lift and twist. One more from side to side. And when you're all the way up, let those arms drop, roll those shoulders a couple of times, and meet me at the bottom of your mat. Ooh. Are you from here? As you inhale, can you reach those arms all the way up to the sky? As you exhale, we're going to find a forward fold, reaching towards the toes. Finding that stretch all down the back of your legs here. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, can you walk those hands out and find a plank? When you're in that plank, on your next inhale, we're going to lift our hips up, finding a downward dog. Pressing the chest towards your thighs, let's start to pedal out those legs. Pedal away. Reaching your hips up to the ceiling, press out of the shoulders. One more breath here. And then you're pressing both heels down. You can reach those hips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, start to walk your hands in towards those feet, nice and slow. Find your forward fold. And as you inhale, we'll reach all the way up to the ceiling, unrolling. And exhale. We're going to come back down, lower those hands down, find your forward fold. Walk all the way out into that plank. From your plank, we take a big inhale, lifting the hips up, find that downward dog. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Inhale, rolling up, reach up to the side. Exhale, find that forward fold. And walk out to that plank. Perfect, we're going to do 2 more here. You can always bend those knees as you come up. Alright, from here we are going to stay all the way up. We're going to come to the middle of our mat. And we're going to go into some 90-90 lunges, alternating sides and stepping back. We'll take a nice deep inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, we're going to step one of those legs back, reach your arms forward, and try to tap your knee down to your mat. Inhale, stand all the way up, hands come to those hips. Exhale down, try to tap your knee. Inhale all the way up. We're keeping the chest lifted. Looking straight out in front of us, gently pulling the core in to keep that spine long. You don't actually have to tap that knee down, maybe only come halfway, and we stand all the way up, that's okay. we slow it down. How are you doing back there?
I'm alright.
All right, we have 3 more on each side. 2 more, you got this. Last one. Alrighty, from here, can we stay low? Hands come to those hips. And we're going to extend our back leg, press your chest forward so your weight is in that front foot. From here, you're going to tap that back foot in and out. Inhale in, exhale out. All of your weight is on your stable leg. We're squeezing the glute. The rest of the body is staying still. I wish you have that little hinge in your hips, pulling the core in, that spine is long. Shoulders are relaxed. We have 3 here. 2. Great job. On this last one, when your toes tap in, can we stay low? Reach your arms over your head. You're going to lower those hips just a little bit more like we're in a little chair. Can we make a tiny pulse up and down just an inch with those hips? Nice and slow. Finding that control. Perfect. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to step your opposite leg back. Try to hold that in lunge. Hands come to your hips. We hinge forward, straighten that back leg. All right, we're into that tap again. Inhale in, exhale out. All of your weight's on that stable leg. You're squeezing that glute. Whew. Perfect, you guys got this. We have 4, 3, 2. All right, on this last one, when we tap those toes forward, set the foot down, reach your arms over head. We find that chair position. Little pulse up and down an inch. Yes, you got this. Great job. Whew. We have 4, 3, 2. The last one, inhale, straighten all the way, reach towards the ceiling. As you exhale, find a forward fold, reach towards those toes. Woo! Little break here, let that spine relax, let those legs relax. When you are ready, let's bring those hands all the way down to our mat. We're going to step back and find a plank position. Hands are right underneath their shoulders. Feet are about hip distance apart and you're up on those tip toes. From here, we're going into a little mountain climber, if you can see me. We're going to pull one knee towards our chest, reset that foot, pull the opposite knee up, reset. So you're alternating legs. Woo! Exhale to lift, inhale to reset. You can always pick up the pace if you want to get that heartbeat really pumping. Nice big inhales through that nose. Exhale, flushing it out. We have 3 here. 2. Last one, you're going to pause in that plank. Great job, everyone. From here, take a nice deep inhale. This time as you exhale, can you pull one knee out to the side like you're reaching towards your elbow? Inhale, reset that foot. Exhale to the other side. Whew. We cannot even see me because my hair. That's fine. Whew. As you can see the sweat dripping off my face right now. Perfect. Let's do 3 more from side to side. Pressing through those shoulders. 2. 1 more. All right, let those knees lower. Knees go wider than your hips. Big toes come together. Press those hips back and find a child's pose. Let's take one more nice deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, flush roll up. And on your next inhale, you're going to come up onto this hands and knees. gonna go into some chest presses. You can have those hands right underneath those shoulders and knees underneath your hips, or you can have those feet all the way towards the back of our mat and come into a full push-up. Whichever you prefer, just make sure your weight stays in those arms. You're pulling core in, spine's nice and long. Whenever you are ready, as you inhale, you're gonna lower that chest down. Exhale, pressing your back. You're pulling your elbows slightly back the entire time so they don't reach out to the sides of your mat. They're at about a 45-degree angle out to the side. Great job. Focus on slowing down that breath. Pulling the core in, we're pressing through those arms, trying to lift our chest away. We're gonna do 4 here. Last 3. 2. Very last one. All right, once you come all the way back up, we're gonna lay down onto our right side. Now, when you lay down on your right side, your left hand is going to come towards the front of your mat. And we're going to wrap the right arm around our waist to grab the top of our waist. Legs are going to go nice and long all the way down our mat. Perfect. Placing that left hand firmly into your mat, just in front of your chest here. As you exhale, we're going to pull the core in. You're going to use that left arm, and you're going to press yourself away from your mat like you're going to sit yourself up. Inhale, slowly come down until your shoulder reaches all the way down to your mat. Exhale, press away. Inhale, slowly come back down. Now we're keeping that spine nice and long here. I want you to think about your tailbone pressing down towards your heels. Maybe you don't come all the way up, that's okay. Just a little bit, and slowly lower down, find that control. Keeping the head in line with the rest of our spine. My arm is not okay. Whew. Now we can stay here. If you would like to add, we're going to start to lift our top leg. As you press away from your mat, see if you can lift that left leg, point the toes. Inhale, reset. Exhale, little lift. Inhale, reset. Whew, that left arm is on fire. We got this. We're going to do 4 here, wherever you'd like to be. Last 3. 2. On your last one, we're going to come all the way up. I want you to lower just halfway down. Little pulse, you can keep the leg lifted, you can keep the leg lowered. Little pulse in that left arm, you got this. 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and lay onto your back. Good golly. Once you're laying down on your back, let's reach that left arm all the way across our chest. Driving towards that elbow. Ooh. Letting that arm and shoulder relax here. Go ahead and release that arm. Once the arm is lowered down, we're going to make sure those feet are on our mat. They're about hip distance apart, going straight out in front of us. I want you to place one hand onto your lower belly, one hand onto the top of, or the bottom of your rib cage here. We're going to start with a few implants forming of that core a little more. As you inhale, I just want you to focus on taking one deep breath through the nose. As you exhale, you're going to flush out all that air, pulling the core in and flattening your spine into your mat. Nice deep inhale, letting the core release. Exhale as you're engaging the core. Try to think about those ribs pulling down and together. You should be able to feel that underneath your top hand. Every time you Inhale, those ribs widen and separate. Every time you exhale, your hands inch just a tiny bit closer as you flatten the spine. We're going to do one more here. And the next time that spine is flat, I want you to keep that spine flat, holding the core in, pulling those ribs down. Release the hands to the side of our mat. Nice and long, relaxing your shoulders. From here, let's bring those legs to tabletop. We step right above the hips, so that makes way you bend in and here. Pointing those toes, we're going to do some toe taps. As you inhale, I want you to lower one leg down to tap your toes to the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, we switch to the other side. Exhale, we lift. Now we're trying to keep that spine really flat on our mat the entire time. If you feel that spine arching as you're lowering your foot, I want you to bend those knees just a little bit more so your feet are a little closer towards your back. You're holding the same shape in your leg the entire time. We're moving in the hip socket, keeping our pelvis nice and still here, spine staying flat. Pull the ribs down together, so you can pull that core in, holding the spine and pelvis in place. Shoulders are relaxed here. Great job. We have 3 more. 2. Last one from side to side. All right, at the top, hug those knees in towards your chest here. Can we lift the chest up towards those knees like you're turning yourself into a little ball, scooping the belly here. We're going to keep one knee in towards our chest, and I want you to extend your opposite leg nice and long, hovering over your mat, pointing those toes. As you inhale, we're going to switch those legs, and exhale, switch back, going into our single leg stretch. At any point, if you're starting to feel it in your neck, lower the head down to your mat. You can do everything with that head down. Inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other, pulling those ribs in and down. Perfect, you guys got this. Whew. Try not to let those feet touch your mat. Hands are just there for a little hug at the top. Let's do 3 more here. 2. Last one from side to side. Go ahead and hug both of those knees in towards your chest. Relax the head down. Maybe gently rock from side to side if you want to stretch that little leg. Alright, from here, go ahead and grab the backs of your thighs. We're going to rock ourselves all the way up. Once you're all the way up, we're going to come on to our hands and knees one more time. We're going to go into that chest press again. We have a couple options here. You can either have your knees down on your mat, or you can step back from the plank and run to a full push-up. It is wherever you would like to be today, and wherever you are feeling confident in your movement. Hands are right underneath those shoulders, and if your knees are down, they're right underneath those hips. You're gently pulling the core in, pressing out of those shoulders, and when you are ready, as you inhale, can you lower your chest forward, bend the elbows. Exhale, press away from that mat. That spine is staying really long here. Your elbows are going out at about a 45-degree angle. Pressing out of those shoulders every time we're lifting ourselves up. Great job. gonna do 4 here. Last 3. 2. Last one. Once you're all the way up, go ahead and lay down onto that left side. When we lay down, our left arm is going to wrap around our waist, grabbing the top side of us. Our right hand comes onto our mat just in front of the chest, and legs are going nice and long all the way down your mat. That spine is nice and long, hips are stacked. You're gently pulling the core in, lengthening that tailbone towards those heels. As you exhale, you're going to press that right hand into your mat. Lift your side away from your mat like you're going to sit yourself up. Inhale, slowly come back down, the shoulder taps, and lift back up. Inhale, lower and down. Exhale, press away from that mat. Perfect. As you're pressing away from your mat, make sure you're facing forward the entire time so we don't twist down towards our mat here. How are you doing out there? That's what you keep all your weight. All right, if you would like to add, we can start to add that top leg lifting as we lift our upper body. And slowly lowering down as we lower.
I can add a leg, but if you add anything, my upper body.
Whew. Great job. We're pushing through here. We're gonna do 4 more. Last 3. 2. I'm struggling so hard.
But don't worry, we know you have a pulse anymore.
Last one. All the way up, come halfway down. A little pulse of that chest away from your mat, just a couple inches. You got this. You're pushing through. 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Roll over onto your back. We're going to stretch out that arm real quick. Go ahead and raise that arm across your chest. Find that nice little stretch here. Alright, go ahead and release those arms. We're going to place them down onto the sides of our mat. Alright, once those feet are on your mat, your arms are relaxed down to the sides of your body. I want you to take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, start to engage the core. Flatten that spine, pulling the ribs down together. And keep those ribs pulled down. Keep that spine nice and flat. And continue to lift the tabletop. Shins are parallel to the ceiling here. You have that nice 90-degree bend in your knees. From here, fingers hands behind our head. Elbows are nice and wide. As you exhale, we're finding the abdominal curl. Look towards those knees, lifting the chest. Inhale, slowly lower down. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Now, at any point, if you want to lower those feet down, you can do your abdominal curl with your feet down on your mat. Exhale, we're lifting. Inhale, we're lowering. Keeping those elbows wide. We have 3 here. And we're going to start to add a little twist. Last 2. Alright, last one. Now we're going to start to add a twist. As you exhale, you're lifting your chest up. We twist towards one side. Inhale, slowly lower down. And exhale to the other. Starting to work into those obliques a little bit more. Now you can stay here. If you want to add a leg extension, your opposite leg is going to extend to hover over your mat. And then you inhale to reset. If your feet are on your mat, you could start to lift one leg to tabletop, twisting towards that. Perfect. Inhale, we lower and reset. Great job. We have 4. Last 3. 2. One more from side to side. And you come back through center, set those feet down onto your mat. Remove those hands from behind your head. Make sure those feet are in line with your hips. Toes are going straight out in front of you and your feet are flat on your mat. You're going to keep those shoulders relaxed and we're going to go into some bridges. As we're going into our bridge, I want you to take a nice deep inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck the pelvis back. Start to peel the spine up off of your mat, finding the squeeze of the glutes at the top. Inhale, rolling the spine all the way down until our bottom barely taps our mat, and exhale, rolling back up. Trying to move with breath here. So gently pulling the core in so we can really focus on those glutes and hamstrings at the top. Our back should be relaxed. Let's do 3 more. 2. Pulling those hips down. 1 more. Alright, lower down to the top of those glutes. This time we're going into a bridge march. As you lift your hips up, you can bring one leg up to tabletop. As you lower your hips down, set that foot all the way back down. Now, if it's not comfortable to lift the leg as you lift the hips, you can lift the hips all the way up into your bridge, and then lift the leg to tabletop. Then set the foot down, and lower your hips down. And then release it out. We're going to go in.
I'm trying to figure out the time.
We're going to go into our bridge march from here. We have 2 options. You can lift your hips up and lift your leg up at the same time. Or the second option is lifting those hips all the way up. Lifting one leg to tabletop, resetting the foot, and then lowering those hips back down. Wherever you'd like to be, making sure that core is pulling in, you're squeezing those glutes. Shoulders and back are relaxed. Great job. Really squeezing those legs. We have 4 more here. Last 3. Perfect. 2 more. One more from side to side. And on the top of this next one, I want you to hold those hips up. You're going to set one foot down, and then you're switch to the other side, lifting one leg up at a time, keeping those hips lifted. Squeeze the glutes, holding the legs down, holding the core in. Hips are going to stay nice and level. Whew. Squeezing through those glutes and hamstrings. Perfect. We can do this. We have 4, 3, 2. Whew. Last one here. When you set that foot down, keep those hips up. We're going into a little pulse up and down just an inch with those hips. Perfect. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it all the way down. Whew. Go ahead and extend those legs all the way down your mat, nice and long. So we reach just one of those legs up to the ceiling. Coming back to your leg, a little stretch here. Perfect. Slowly lowering that leg down. We're going to switch to the other side. Alright, from here, keeping that leg lifted, can you point those toes? Start to lift the head, neck, and chest up. Really squeezing that core in. We're going to go into our single leg straight stretch. One leg goes to hover over your mat, the other is up at the ceiling. And as you inhale, we're going to switch those legs. Exhale, switch back. Keeping the chest lifted, nice big stretch at the top. If it is not comfortable to keep those legs straight, feel free to bend those knees and come just into a single leg stretch. Whichever you prefer. Legs can be straight, or you can bring that knee to your chest. Whew. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Really try to lift those shoulder blades up off of your mat. We're going to do 4. Last 3. 2. 1 more from side to side. Whew. Great job. Go ahead and lower all the way down. Placing those feet to your mat. I want you to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And from here, I want you to cactus those arms. Bring your elbows out to the sides of your mat. And we're going to let those legs fall to the left side to kind of a nice big twist. I don't know if I feel comfortable with your foot this close to my face. Big inhale through the nose. As you exhale, release those legs. We're going to uncross. I want you to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Arms come to a little cactus position on the side, and we let the legs fall. Legs. We're going to place our feet down onto our mats. I want you to place one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly here. We're going to focus on slowing down the breath, relaxing the body. Taking deep inhales in through the nose. And as you exhale, just relaxing. to our side. We sit ourselves all the way up. Thanks for following along with my Pilates flow. Thanks for participating in class today.
Like and subscribe.
How are you doing back there?
I'm alright.
Alright, we have 3 more on each side.
I'm not alright.
If you would like to add, we can start to add that top leg lifting as we lift our upper body. And slowly lowering down as we lower.
I can add a leg, but if you had anything for my upper body.
Whew. All the way up, come halfway down. A little pulse of that chest away from your mat, just a couple
It's
inches.
not happening. I have work tomorrow, you know? I can't. Like and subscribe.